Hey everybody, Ben here. Thanks for being here. Thanks for showing up for yourself each and every day. Gonna get into an emotion here that we may be dealing with and looking for a way to navigate our way through. Once these two, we got repulsed and isolated. Uh, First thing I come to is uh, someone's behavior or even like filth, dirt, and we experienced that and we pulled back. Could look at this as society as a whole, just really bad energy, bad people, not on your level, and not in a egotistical way, but just kind of lost their touch with having a heart. Bad community. This could just be someone's behavior, whether work, platonic, romantic, or family, that uh, just a real, they did something and it made us feel icky, you know, or the literal filth, we're a bit of a, we like a clean place, and that filth kind of got everywhere, and we feel like it's on us. So we pulled back. We removed ourselves from these situations, whatever they are. I wouldn't say I'm a clean freak, but I don't like, types of poop in the house, like animal feces. I think that's a fair thing, but that's personal to me. Some people like that. I don't. That's gross. It doesn't belong in there. You know, when you even I used to do a lot of work in restaurants and repairing equipment, and I never really got to see a lot of pests until I moved a bit south at times or near big cities, and the infestations were so disgusting that I felt grody. I felt disgusting and thinking that people eat here anywhere, and they're walking all over the food and the plates and the equipment, and I can't believe this is legal. It is disgusting, and I would feel filthy afterwards. There's an energy attached to that, I believe, and the need to clean or cleanse. Same aspect of someone uh, cheating on someone. That would be very filthy. That would be disgusting. Or they did something, or we learned something about their behavior, or how they screw people over on purpose to triumph above themselves, or gossip in general, or we loaned them money and they never paid you back. Uh, it's something took place and it appalled us, and we pulled back. The opposite of repulsed is cleanliness. How can we get to a place to clean, to cleanse, to remove this energy? If we picked up on it, it feels like it's on us. It's in us. This energy I associated with you, and that's against my morals or integrity. How do I cleanse this off of me? Opposite of isolated would be engaging. Uh, Going back to that aspect of a community at whole, society. If we were in that space that, as a whole, we're really against it, we can really pull back. We can isolate a bit too far because something out there we don't like, and it makes us feel an ick. It We're picking up that energy, and it's heavy and it's gross, and we want to get rid of it. Same thing with a relationship or friendship, family, or work. Like I said, maybe it's too much, and we need a new career change, or to move to a different location where we don't experience this. Now, if somebody like in a relationship did something, I don't think I'd be engaging. I think I'd pull back a little bit and say, this isn't for me. But when we carry that so much, depending on what kind of damage it did, being repulsed, that's pretty drastic. And that's not just something we saw and we can remove ourselves and it's over. No, it's on us, it's in us. We feel like we're carrying this. What we need to do is engage in cleansing in some sort, whether releasing this experience, this atmosphere. Uh, the If we're, say we were in a relationship and they did do that horrible thing, and oh, we're really carrying that. We need to get to a space where we can release this and feel clean again or cleansed and move forward. Sure, this could be spiritual attacks, but uh, we're just going to focus on what we perceive as real at this time. So, what are we going to do? It's taken a toll, and like I said, when we carry that, it really affects a lot of places in our life. The sun reversed, self doubt, this ick, this energy uh, touches so many different aspects of our life, and then we project, which is normal. There's no blame, but we project this on everything, and whether ourselves, like if I was in a relationship and someone cheated on me, uh, how did I fall for that? How icky. Now I got that attached to me. There's a lot going on there. Society. I can't go out there. I can't handle these horrible people. You know, am I the weird one because I don't fit in and drive like an asshole and be rude to everyone and self-service to me first? Uh, Same thing with the job. Like how I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to be around this filth. What am I supposed to do? Even like crooked business decisions or screwing customers over, and it's not your way to go about it. You know, how do we rebuild this and survive in a space like this? Well, we can't isolate forever. We can't. We got to get back out there, and that's done through engaging. But we have to build something inside and release something at the same time. The death, transitions. Oh, obviously, whatever would have taken place uh, was enough of a trigger. I often say anger is a gateway to a transition. Something's going to take place there. We're fed up with something. It has hit a nerve or an emotion enough that I'm not going to put up with this. I'm not going to deal with this. I deserve better. And maybe so do other people as well. I'm not going to be a part of this. I saw something and that's not me. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to be a part of it because it's against who I am and what I believe in. We've got two cards here. Four of Pentacles, Materialist, and Eight of Pentacles, Diligence. I was looking at that death card and thinking to myself, hey, if it's like that work relationship or that work situation, and well, how are we gonna provide for ourselves if we don't want to work in this environment, or if it's turned so much on, say we were all about service, it was helping someone, they had a problem, we came and we fixed it, and now the whole industry turned into sales driven, and we have to manipulate people to make our wage, to sell things that they probably don't need just to make ends meet. Going back to that aspect of uh, unethical behaviors or something along those lines. How can we? Same thing with society. Like I gotta drop down to their level if I want to be able to pull out on the road, and get honked at because everyone's in a rush and they're self-service, and we're just gonna cut lines and do all that stuff because if you want to get anywhere, that's what you got to do. Uh, where is this? Where do we draw the line? And it really has to do with ourselves. Like we would have never felt this way if we didn't have a, a quality that we carried, self-respect, in a way that, hey, this is against my morals or my integrity, and I'm not going to bow to it. I'm not going to allow this to overpower me, and I'm going to stick to it. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to find a way to be able to be in my space with my morals or my integrity, and not mold myself to shitty people. Got the Emperor reversed. Chaos. This is this is. I don't know if it's more work related. I don't know. Talked a bit about it, but we're looking at someone in general that uh, is going to act out when we go against that. Maybe we really did say something and they, you know, overpowered the situation, manipulated to an extent to say, no, you're wrong. You don't understand. Uh, Everything is very ego driven. Work, I feel, at times is quite ego driven. It is a title. Who's on the top? Who has power? And who does X, Y, or Z? I think of that LinkedIn, and it's like, let's make Facebook for work to showcase yourself. Sure, it might have some benefits with connecting with potential employers, but it's just another gauging system. It is anything that's deemed as a perk has a reason embedded in it. Until you see it, it will never be solved. We'll be a part of it. Uh, in a relationship, how can I tell you that you're wrong? How can I project everything onto you and gaslight you? This external pressing up against you to step down from your beliefs or your morals or your integrity. How can you survive in a space that you're repulsed by? How can you get through there? How can you still be there and work through it? A Two of Swords reversed. Truth. Sure, we saw it. We can dig into it all we want, but we all do have to survive to one extent. And it comes to that, oh, what's the best word? Anything. Relationships, living situations, work, friends, family. Uh, when we deal with things, we obviously give up a part, like that moral or that integrity. We would be giving up a part of it if it's against us. But we stay there out of fear or comfort or a dependency, and we allow it because we're getting that little bit of whatever for our shadow, that comfort, that stability, or that companionship. We deal with it because we're getting something that's up against that shadow, and unless we want to deal with that, we normally stay in places like that. Because what's the point to fight that little insecurity or that fear? I shouldn't say it's little, it's probably large. Why would I want to fight that when I have this right here? I'll just deal with it. I'll allow it. But when we get hit with this, a bit of anger comes up probably, or frustration, or disgust. And we finally do something with it. Oops. Well, that one came out too. All right, these will be our last cards. The World reversed. Unfinished. A cycle. Norm that naturally. Uh, the beginning point. Like I kind of went with how much we deal with things because of that shadow or that fear or that insecurity or that dependency, whatever it's related to. And we deal with it for a bit because I don't want to deal with that normally. And what I'm giving up or what I'm suffering through or what I'm experiencing, what I'm getting back, I'm deeming as valuable enough to balance the scale, to put up with something. But it kept getting louder or worse, and then it finally triggered me, whatever it may have been: relationship, family, friend, work, our living area, neighbors, whatever it may be. Finally, I'm not going to deal with this anymore. And that's a cycle that we're going to close out. Or maybe we haven't yet because we're still kind of in there and trying to balance the scale to see, is it worth it? Everyone else is telling me it's no big deal. It's just how it is. This is the new age. Get with it. You know, well, that's not sitting right with me, and that's going to create a lot of turmoil, and I'm going to have to do something about that because otherwise it's going to continue to happen. Then we got the Three of Wands reversed, impatience, uh, waiting. Well, we don't want to wait. We want obviously this door to open that makes it all okay, and it's going to be a smooth transition into something. We got to take action. Maybe we have, and I already might have said that, and we're waiting for something, but uh, there's a bit of a process when we're closing something out or we're healing something. We might open new doors inside ourselves that might make things a little bit more uncomfortable at times. We got to navigate through that. If I really want to get to the other end of the aspect, I have to kind of I have to put all these puzzle pieces together and see how much, if this shadow kept me in these places for so long, and then I finally had enough, uh, there's a bit of reflection that has to go on there, and I can't just sweep that under the rug and make it go away. I do have to look at it a bit. I don't know how this is ending. I'm quite confused, and I'm sure we would be in this position as well. As what am I going to do? What happened? If I'm coming to a realization and putting all this together, I would be confused a bit in the very beginning, and it might be a bit uncomfortable. Maybe I'm unconfused of why this cycle's still open, and that's where that reflection comes in, because there's still something there that was maybe what I saw was the surface level wounds, triggers, or traumas, when really there was a deeper one that was masked by these others. I'm really confused right now, so I'm probably going to leave it here. If this resonated, feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe, and I will talk to you all later.